Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Ultra Confusion interview. This time we have Stu.
That's right.
Stu, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm the one man behind New 90s Games and the game Neon the Ninja.
Okay.
I'm a lone game dev. I'm an artist. I'm a coder. I just want to take on the entire world because I'm crazy. So.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about Neon the Ninja.
Neon the Ninja is a Mega Man meets Ninja Gaiden kind of retro-inspired platformer. It's a action platformer, but there's a little bit of a stealth element.
Okay.
It's got big boss fights, and it's a little difficult.
So when you say Mega Man, I'm assuming we're talking like different boss levels, right?
Yes. So by Mega Man, I don't mean jumping and shooting.
Right.
I mean, it's more of a melee game, but by Mega Man, I mean it's non-linear. You can see right here, this is the boss select screen. So like, you choose your boss, you choose your level, and then when you beat that boss, you get a special item, and that might help you with the next boss. And so you kind of choose your own path. It's not level 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
It's that classic non-linear Mega Man player chooses thing.
So how long has this been a project?
It's been about 3 years. It's really started taking shape about a couple years ago. I work full time. This is on nights and weekends. I do all the art, all the code. So just let you know, I don't compare myself to like these bigger teams. When they say 3 years, they get so much done.
Yeah.
But I'm at a really good point, and I'm going into early access at the end of this year.
Okay.
And then next year, I'm hoping to finish the entire thing. So early access will be 4 bosses, 4 levels, 50% of the game. Next year, 8 bosses, 8 levels. And once I go to early access, it'll just be kind of as I add content.
Right.
That's what you would get.
So through this 3 years of creating this game, what would you say is the biggest hurdle that you've had to overcome?
It's time. A lot of people, when they're working 8 hours a day, making finances happen, paying the bills, they don't have the desire to do it.
Right.
I work a really boring development job, so all I want to do is work on this game.
Right.
I want to do the fun stuff. So it's not the drive to do it as much as it's just the time. Figuring out how much I can do that, but I also I have a girlfriend, I have friends. I want to not neglect friends with birthdays and stuff.
Right.
So knowing when to say no, when to say yes is the big thing for me.
Being an indie developer, what words of wisdom would you give to someone who's trying to enter the indie development scene, or maybe someone who's there but doesn't really know enough to advance themselves?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing stopping you is you. I mean, this is probably going to sound like really cliche of a speech, but it's true. I mean, there's no right or wrong way to do this. You just got to get started. And if it doesn't look like the way you want it to be, you just got to keep working at it. It's not all or nothing. It might be right for you to quit your job, go full time for 3 months. It might be right for you to just stay full time and slowly chip away at it. You just got to figure out what's going to work for you and just keep positive about it.
So you said that it's a Ninja Gaiden and Mega Man. Are those the two main inspirations, or are you pulling from anything else?
I'm pulling from everything.
Okay.
I'm playing all kinds of Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo. I'm pulling from that era of gaming because it's kind of the era that excites me, and I kind of want to keep it at that scope. Like, I don't want to go too crazy with I'm one dude. I always say this. I'm one guy, so I need to keep reminding myself you can't do like all these skill trees and stuff. Just keep it simple. But when I say Ninja Gaiden and Mega Man, those are the ones that usually click. That's kind of like the elevator pitch. It's he's a ninja, and you can choose those bosses. So that's kind of what it is, yeah.
So your final project, you want to have 8 bosses.
Yeah.
So what would you say is a good amount of time that a gamer puts into your game that you feel, all right, I did good?
Like, how long will it be when it's out? So that's always something I'm asking myself, like, how long should these levels be?
Right.
I have decided the boss fights, the levels are just kind of a primer for the boss fights. The levels need to feel satisfying, they need to be long enough, they need to be their own thing, but really I'm just getting the player to that boss in a cool way with there's a bunch of lasers here, then you get to the boss, that laser is a huge part of that fight.
Okay.
So it's really, all my bosses I've decided about 2 phases, and they're going to utilize that level. Really, you're going to spend about half your time on that level, half your time on that boss. There is a difficulty curve, so for some people it's going to be 15 minutes per level, 30 minutes per level, an hour. It kind of depends. You might stop, you might come back to it. But then I'm also kind of making this game for speedrunners, keep that in mind. They're
Right.
going to be playing this game over and over, but they're going to get done with it in 15 minutes probably.
Right,
so
right.
I don't know. It's something I'm still kind of thinking about. I think my rule of thumb is make it feel about as long as an SNES level. Some of the best games from back then. Something about that length.
Okay.
That's just my rule of thumb.
And so you said early access, so that means that this is headed to Steam.
Yeah.
Are you thinking of other platforms or?
Oh, absolutely. So, absolutely. The thing about PC gaming, it's in a really cool place.
Yep.
There's no barrier of entry. It's a huge market. You can just throw it out there. You can immediately play it. Like right now, I have this demo up online. Like you can immediately download it. When I go into early access, you get 4 bosses. The thing is, you'll get 4 bosses, but you're going to help me play test those next bosses.
Right.
Ideally, this game would be 8 bosses on the console day 1. I need to get to that point. So I don't want to launch on consoles too early.
Right.
You guys can help me, you get a half price kind of a thing. You help me polish it up, and then I'm going to really target consoles, because at the end of the day, you need a gamepad. Every console I can get this on, I'm going to try to get it on.
Right. So where can people find more information about the game?
NeonTheNinja.com. It has all my social media there. I'm the dude, so all the social media is me. That's really the thing. You got your trailer, it'll route you to the demo. Look for it on Steam. Yeah, that's really it.
Okay. All right, well, I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to stop and give me an interview.
Absolutely.
I wish you the best in Neon the Ninja. I will definitely have to check it out, because I grew up not being so good at Ninja Gaiden, but being awesome at Mega Man.
Well, there you go.
So maybe,
it's gonna be
50-50
somewhere
shot.
in the middle,
So,
yeah.
Exactly. So thanks again for taking time, and yeah, best of luck.
Awesome. Thanks, man.